Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. club. And as you can see, it's a magnificent springtime morning here in Sydney. We've got the sun coming up over the east there, just hugging the beautiful Sydney Opera House, and it's a start to another glorious morning. Thank you once again for joining me on Jim's 5 a.m. club, and today we'll do a walk and talk and chat about things. It's a challenging day for me, but then again, every day has its challenges, but we'll do the best we can just to get through each and every day. But we also need to understand and celebrate that today is a day that has come and will go and will never come back again. And the question is, how many of these days do we have left? How many summers do we still have to celebrate? Only God knows. So the key is to try and make the most of what we've got while we've got it. And today I plan to make the most of this gift. Let's do a walk and talk, and I'll come back shortly and finish up. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today on Jim's 5 a.m. club? There are so many topics, so many things that we still need to cover, and as I said, I'm committed to delivering 1,000 vlogs over the next year in English and 1,001 in Greek, and my goal is to try and capture all the knowledge, all the learnings that I've been able and fortunate to have picked up over the years in my life, and pass them on. My mantra is live, learn, and pass it on. The ancients used to say that there is absolutely no difference between a blind man or a blind person and a person who sleeps in the morning, because both will miss this magical hour. Both will miss this magical moment. It's the magical hour where the sun rises, and it's absolute glory. It's a gift from God to those who make an effort to get up, to embrace it, and to make the most of it. So I encourage you, whenever possible, to make the most of these beautiful spring mornings. And all it is a decision to get up, get out of the bed, and get somewhere close to the coast where you can see the sun rise in the east. Anyway, what I've planned just briefly to talk about today is I'm one of the few people who are fortunate to have said that they've been to Greece in 2020. I spent Christmas and New Year's in Greece with family and friends, and I thank God that I made that decision, because not very many people are going to be able to claim that they've been to Greece in 2020, and hopefully I'll be able to get there in 2021, but we'll wait and see. But while I was overseas this year, I was talking with my cousin Anna Gigas, who is well versed. She loves reading. She's just like her father in many ways. She likes reading and she loves talking. And we're chatting away there one morning, and she said something which has stuck with me and quite profound. Something that stuck with me for quite a while, and it stuck with me today, because yesterday was the anniversary of Kolokotronis, Kolokotronis' victory in Tripoli, where they fought the Ottoman Turks and basically freed Tripoli from the mainland of Greece from Ottoman rule. And Anna said something which makes a lot of sense, and I'll try and find a bit of background and a bit of evidence behind it just to support it. But she said that what inspired Kolokotronis to lead an army against the oppressors, the Ottoman Turks, who held Greece to hostage for over 400 years. She said what inspired Kolokotronis to do what he did was he said that he wanted to save the mighty Greek language, because the Greek language, according to Kolokotronis, and we all know, is the language of God, and it's the language which the New Testament was translated into, was captured, was encapsulated. It was the language that the Old Testament was first translated into. A lot of people are not aware that around about 250 BC, Ptolemy, who was a descendant of Alexander the Great's generals, who was overseeing and the leader in Egypt, decreed that the Old Testament, which was in Hebrew, was to be translated into Greek, and his name was Ptolemy II Philadelphus. Remember that name, Ptolemy the second Philadelphus, and he decreed and arranged for 70 Jewish scholars. I think it was 3 from each of the tribes of Israel, to come together and to translate the Old Testament, the Torah, into Greek, because Egypt under Ptolemy was a Greek state. They spoke Greek, they read Greek, they celebrated Greek thought, and it made sense for the language to be translated into Greek. And there were many Hellenized Jews from that period, because the Greek influence was so dramatic, was so overwhelming, and so celebrated. So 70 scholars got together and translated the Old Testament into Greek. And it was a point in time. It was a point in time where Greek was the common language of the world. It's the language of the scholars. It's the language of love. It was the language of the arts. And it made sense that the language of God was first translated into Greek in the Septuagint. And a lot of people are not aware, though. A lot of people are not aware that it didn't stop there. So there was the Hellenization of the Jewish world. So many of the Jews of that time, from 250 BC through to the time of Jesus, would have been learning their religion, their culture in Greek, because it was the language of the scholarly. But once again, as I said before, a lot of people are not aware that the New Testament was written in Greek. It's been written in Greek and kept in Greek, and the reason for that was that the Greek language is a very, very powerful language and exists today. It's one of the few old languages which still exists, and it exists because it's a powerful language. It's a language which is modular. You can put words together, you can grow words, you can articulate, you can capture. There are nuances in the Greek language which make it beautifully balanced for capturing complex concepts. the sciences, the medicines, the philosophies, and the whole thing which surrounds it is that it was surrounded and comforted by Greek thought. And the bottom line is that the Greek language at the times of Jesus was also the language which was the common language spoken throughout the world. You know, anybody who was anybody would be speaking Greek and understanding Greek. And even Galilee, where Jesus first called the apostles, the first called apostle, Andrew, was a Greek name. He was a Hellenized Jew. And interesting to note that many of the mothers of the apostles, of the apostles, most certainly more than half, had Greek names. So the Hellenization of the Jewish people is the foundation of our Christian faith and our beliefs, and for that reason Greek is an important language to keep and survive. And for that reason Theodoros Kolokotronis, the freedom fighter, said that it was worthy to die for in order to help it survive, because it was the language of God. And even today the New Testament in Greek is absolutely poetic, and when it gets translated into other languages, just like everything, there is a loss in translation. You know, words aren't the same. You can't take a Greek word and easily translate it into Latin, into English, into German, into Japanese, into a host of other languages, because each language has its powerful, its power in its language, and not everything can be easily translated. So for that reason, and for that reason only, if I were to have to learn another language, my first choice would always be Greek, and my recommendation to everybody is to not allow the Greek language to die, because by allowing the Greek language to die, you're actually causing the death of the Word of God. So thank you very much for joining me today. It's a powerful moment to talk about these topics, and it's not easy, because people think that when you talk about these things, it's a certain arrogance, it's a cultural arrogance that we have, but it's not. All we're doing is relaying what we've had passed to us, and things which are factual, because at the end of the day, nobody can deny that the Greek language was used to convey the Word of God in the New Testament. The language of the church for over 1,000 years was Greek. The ecumenical councils, the debates about Christianity in the early church was held in Greek. And for that reason, it's called Greek Orthodox, because it's Greek thought, it's Greek language. It was encapsulated and survived in Greek, and then passed on to other languages and other people. So let's never forget that, and let's respect that, because it is something worthy of knowing and understanding and passing on to our children. Thank you very much once again for joining me on Jim's 5 a.m. Club on this glorious morning. As I said, it's a challenging morning, but it's a glorious morning, and I wish you all the best, to all our friends and family. Stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, let's keep this Greek language alive, allow it to survive, to carry on Kolokotronis' vision. And as my cousin Anna said, the motivator for Kolokotronis to lead the revolution in Greece, to free Greece of the Ottoman rule, was to save the Greek language, save Christianity, and to allow us to live the freedoms that we enjoy today, and to be able to freely express ourselves and pass on the knowledge that we've had passed down to us. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and until we meet again, I look forward to chatting to you again on Jim's 5 a.m. Club from some other location, but I'll be trying to highlight the beauty of the city, the beauty of the world, the beauty of creation, and to hopefully pass on an empowering message so that we're both growing and developing at the same time. Take care, cheers, and bye for now. Sasagapao, quédate pume. Bye.